most used words during his speeches are to keep Canadians safe and miss disinformation. Yeah. And now even to uphold democracy, right? Everything
Yeah.
that he does is the have the truth
Yeah.
prevail and to uphold the democratic debate. And at the same point in time, his actions are speaking louder than his words there. Here, yeah, let's play this clip. Look
He's
at his
probably
face.
attending I know he's probably attending a drag queen story time right after. Maybe he's the person doing it.
For democracy, of course.
Yeah.
And just this is unrelated, but this past weekend I was camping with my family, and there was a vehicle that was a part of our. It was our neighbors basically, and it had a bumper sticker on it with your name and an expletive.
We've all seen
which
it.
I had to explain to my children. Given that you're trying to do something that has rarely been achieved in Canada in history, a fourth mandate, have you considered the possibility that you have become a liability?
Ooh.
Ever since the pandemic, in particular, we've seen an increase in polarization and frustration and anxiety and mental health pressures on a whole lot of people right across the country. Nobody has been unaffected by that. And part of the challenge we have politically is that we are seeing deeper polarizations.
Go figure.
But don't write off Canadians just because they choose to wave a nasty flag. Don't write off a neighbor who chooses to put a bumper sticker that unfortunately you then have to explain to your kids. People are hurting out there. And what we've seen every single time there's been an emergency or a challenge this summer is neighbors stepping up to help each other. This is who Canadians are.
Neighbors weren't allowed
We are a
to
big,
go to each other.
optimistic, diverse country with a diverse range of political views, and it's one of our strengths.
Oh my gosh.
Another one of our strengths is how we pull together when times are tough. That's what we did during the pandemic. That's what we do when we work together to invest in early childhood education. That's what we do when we work with municipalities and provinces to build more housing. That's what we do when we invest in our future all together. Now, politics is never going to be a game of unanimous support. It's about a whole bunch of thoughtful, good people coming together to try and figure out the best way forward. And yes, there are people who are hurting, and there are people who are lashing out. And we need to be there to reassure them that they're going to be able to succeed, that their kids and their communities are going to be able to succeed, even though the world is changing in very scary ways.
He hasn't answered the question.
So I'm not giving up on anyone.
Thanks to him.
I'm going to continue working hard every day to build that future that we all know Canada can have. We are the best country in the world. Let's keep making it better.
Not with you in charge, buddy. Oh my goodness. There's so much to say that all of a sudden now he cares about mental health. First of all, I don't know if he's saying everybody with an F Trudeau flag is, needs mental health. But during the lockdowns, he could care less about how people were being affected mentally, the anxiety that was being increased, kids wanting to end their life and trying to commit suicide. Up to like 300 more calls going to help centers for kids. Yeah, where was your passion and your careness then? It's like we all know who you were just a year ago. You can't just do this script. He is a good actor though. It comes out naturally. Like he is a good actor. He's become
That's what
a
he
good
is.
actor. Yeah.
He's a drama teacher. He is a drama teacher. He's very good at drama. And oh, how the times have changed since he last campaigned in 2021 for the snap election. And now that he's seen his divisive tactics that he literally campaigned on a mere 2 years ago, have become a liability, which is what he was asked about, he's now completely switched gears and said, we can't write off Canadians. Oh, the polarization, the mental health, the anxiety. We have to have compassion. This is literally, we have this montage and it's about just over 2.5 minutes. So maybe we won't play the whole thing. Maybe we'll just play about half of it. But we have a montage of Trudeau 2 years ago where he advocated for you to write off Canadians, disregard compassion, polarize people, and really was the cause of a massive amount of people's anxiety and devastation to their mental health. I mean, look at this guy 2 years ago. He's a lunatic.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. But don't think you can get on a plane or a train beside vaccinated people.
And now is the time for people who are still resistant to getting vaccinated to realize that that choice, which has consequences on putting our kids at risk, which has consequences at having us risk more lockdowns because they haven't chosen to get vaccinated yet, that there will be consequences for those people in not being able to go to a gym or a restaurant, not being able to go to a movie theater, not being able to get on a train or a plane. I want to stand up for the choice of those who are there for their neighbors, not those who are risking us all going into further lockdowns, of slowing our economic recovery. Trying to bring people together is not always compatible with science, with respect for human rights, with the best way to move things forward. I mean, when Erin O'Toole talks about, oh yes, we need to unite people, we need to bring people together, he's talking about defending the rights of people who are anti-vax.
That's why we've been unequivocal. If you want to get on a plane or a train in the coming months, you're going to have to be fully vaccinated. So families with their kids don't have to worry that someone is going to put them in danger in the seat next to them or across the aisle.
Unfortunate.
I'm getting sick now.
That people who...
Yeah, we can just cut.
Am I the only one?
It goes,
I'm getting sick. That's too much Trudeau for me.
It goes on. And I mean, you can see there based on like the atmosphere and his clothing, like this is multiple engagements that he repeated this dangerous segregationist rhetoric. I mean, this went on and on for months, really, under the regime of the Justin Trudeau Liberals, and now fast track, now that he's become a liability, as the reporter truthfully inquired about. And they're crashing in the polls, the Liberal Party. Now he's really done a 180, and I guess I don't think we should be surprised. He's a politician. He's flip flopping whichever way the polls will go, and we're seeing that in real time.
We should do a montage now, cutting back from what he's saying today, and then the dates of back and forth, because that would be really telling. But
it's really nice to have that for.
There's
the
always
public
people
record.
in the comments. Oh, sorry. There's a little bit of a delay, I think, but there's always people in the comments who are like, do not show Trudeau. So apology for that. I know we need like a trigger warning. You know how they have the trigger warning in the
yes.
If you like, just caution, Trudeau's face will appear in this live stream.
For him and Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, because both of their voices are just like nails on a chalkboard to me.
And Dr. Bonnie Henry, at least for the British Columbians.
And Theresa Tam. I mean, we could probably, the list would go on and on. But do we want to go to a quick ad break before we get into the rest, or do you want to rush through? Let's go through the Ontario thing really quickly, because this is kind of a growing groundswell